when Diddy fucked Carl Winslow. We was at the party, and you know we just chilling and shit like that. And me,
he messed up my childhood when he told me that.
Everybody know me, right?
Right.
I'm a goofy nigga. I'm funny and stuff like that. So I hear a nigga just wearing out some shit. I'm like, huh? Like hearing that, I'm like, on 6-0, who's wearing this bitch out?
Right.
Nigga, I kick in the door. Poof. Kick in the door. Nigga, I seen Carl Winslow put his
that's
head
the
up
father.
on
Ain't that the
6-0,
father
like,
from Family Matters?
Yeah.
No way.
The dad.
The dad.
Oh, the dad.
The dad.
I swear to God, dead homie, neighborhood crib. When I seen that,
Man.
and then
Who was piping Carl? Diddy?
Diddy was. So
Son's in prison. You don't go see him, and why not? See, I still can't join. I can't join.
There we go again. Man, I appreciate that question, man. That question is a very valuable question, man. And that answer is the most powerful question that you can get. Please, y'all, don't get the mess, get the message. The message is, I gave myself a standing ovation because I see my kids work hard to get where they was at. I don't like to give y'all tales from the crib and tell you how much I've been to prison, in and out of jail, and then try to throw in a good daddy in there too. It's hard. It's hard to juggle. It's like mixing cereal, pouring cereal on you, pouring syrup on your cereal. It don't mix. You can't mix it. The message in that was, y'all, it's one thing about my sons being in prison. It's only, like I told my boy, it's only 2 phone calls you can get during them situations. It's only 2 phone calls you can get. When he said, your sons are in prison, I said, oh, God, yes. Oh, got him. And I meant that. I meant that with all my heart. I didn't have my baby mamas call me and go, why are you saying, yeah? Why are you saying it? Because guess what? I know the lifestyle my kids live. See, the thing about that question was, I'd rather hear that they got him than we found them. That's the message, y'all. That's the part y'all didn't get. See, the lifestyle they live, it's only 2 answers. It's only 2 you can get. We got him in prison, or we found him over here behind the stove. We found him in the alley over here. We found him on side the house with his head wrapped up with a gun in his hand, like they found little J-Dub, 16 years old. They finding them, y'all. They finding little Nicks. They finding the Mo 3s. They finding them dead on the street. They finding them stretched.
Lynn University, where we all are teachers or students. First off, let me give you an anger experience that I almost had this morning. When you drive long distances or you drive a long time, shorts, pants, basketball shorts, whatever you're wearing with pockets, sometimes it rises up on you, and then those items fall out of your pockets into the crevices of the seat. Man, I've been looking for my microphones for about 4 hours this morning, since like 3, 4 this morning. But anyway, we found them. I was able not to get triggered or lash out on anybody. What I want to talk to you today is about the black man mindset fallacy. Why I want to talk about the black man's mindset fallacy is because I'm going to present to you 2 particular videos. One of those videos is an OG Percy. That's what he goes by. And another one of those videos is a Crip gang member. I forgot his name. I might write it in the captions. Ultimately, this is the same gentleman, I believe, that also said Big U, an OG Crip member out in LA. He called this particular gentleman about 20 to 30 minutes before to tell him that Nipsey was dead, but Nipsey was still alive. So he pretty much insinuated and put a boot on the rumor that Nipsey Hussle was set up by his own Crip gang members or his own Crip gang membership. That's nor here nor there. I want to just speak on 2 things really fast, and the floor is yours. First off, OG Percy was asked by a member of Real Life Productions, why hasn't he visited his several sons that are locked up in prison? He stood up, gave himself a standing ovation, clapped about it. And his reasoning was, it's better that we hear about our son, brother, cousin being got, as in the police got him, versus our brother, son, father, cousin being found, as in we found him dead. We found him stretched. We found him with a gun in his hand but a bullet in his head. Black men, your low level of education, your low level of desire to be studious and learn and unlearn and relearn as much as you possibly can is going to continue to thwart you and have you walking around as if you're some genius when really you are the gummy, sticky shit at the bottom of the barrel. If you think like that, we have to stop with the poverty-minded, the poverty-stricken, the broken living. Because what happens is it's like you create this microcosm of pride, this microcosm of ego, this macrocosm of pseudo-confidence, right? And you become a genius of bullshit. You become a savant of stupidity. You become didactic in your dumbness, where you're actually repeating, reciting, and saying things that are the most outlandish, the most grotesque, the most unbearable ways of thinking. There's so much wrong with that. Where a man who I'm guessing he's sitting next to a son of his while celebrating the fact that just because his children are alive but in prison, that he's done a great job or he deserves a standing ovation or a clap on the back. How? And this is who's raising the next generation. And then the next generation is being raised by that generation and that generation. Out of the percentages of kids that he's had, he obviously has one next to him, right? Most of the time with black men like that who have 5, 10 kids, your probabilities are you batting 100 in the major leagues. It has to be bad. Maybe 1 or 2 children might squeak through or get past. But outside of that, we'll try to highlight the fact that, oh, there's one that's not locked up, not dead. And we'll push that to the top of our presentation and our projection because we don't want to be accountable. Again, the father relationship is so important, and not every man is meant to lead. Not every man is meant to be a father. Not every man is meant to be a daddy. Not every man is meant to be a seed giver. Some of these men, they're better off just doing what most of these nerds do who can't get any vagina. They can't manage their money because they're buying too many in-app games on their cell phones or in their Xbox or PlayStations. Like, these are the guys that work full-time at the sperm bank, right? These are the guys that you're getting your blonde hair, blue-eyed IVF child from, ladies. And you have to be more vigilant on the information that you're hearing, especially young men. This is bullshit. This is a fallacy. Why are we celebrating one extreme because of one excuse? The excuse was you wasn't there. The excuse was you didn't educate these young men. The excuse was you allowed these young men most likely to only be exposed or only see a woman, how she handles problems, how she handles her emotions, how she controls herself or doesn't control herself, how she disciplines herself, how she cleans herself. A lot of young men and women are learning from only the one side. And then you have this other side of the egotistical, dumbass man that will come out and speak and be braggadocious about what this man is talking about. But this is why a lot of men become betas. This is why a lot of men are double-minded. They don't know whether they want to be the man or whether they want to be the woman, whether they want to sling dick or have dick slung on them. This is why. They would rather have their long hair because their mother had dreads and she had weave and extensions. Go ahead and play. We're going to go there. Well, what about the dudes who cut their hair? Where'd you get it from originally? Right? Once you started to see, oh, for the most part, men kind of move this way, you can make your adjustments. But ultimately, that's the stupidity that I'm talking about. And then on the flip side of that, you have this gang member who's up here gossiping on a podcast, and he's talking about how he was at a Diddy party and somebody was having sex in a random room, and he heard it, and he thought it was a man slinging something on a woman. He kicked the door down. Who kicks the door down? When do you ever really kick a door down? Think about that. The only people who kick doors down for real is police. When does a regular citizen or a party goer decide that they need to kick a door down while men are having sexual intercourse, or a man and a woman is having sexual intercourse, or two women are having sexual intercourse. No one is going to kick a door down, specifically in a place with armed security, specifically in a place of power where you have people who have businesses and they have reputations to uphold. There's no way your little random crip gangster wannabe having ass is going to kick down someone's door. Think about that. But these people will get up on the internet, specifically these men now, they will get up on the internet and lie. They will say the most goofiest shit. The same way we talk about how women are desperate to go viral and be internet influencers and computer stars is the same way that a lot of these beta men who have been raised by women, but they've decorated themselves with a couple jail sentences, or they decorated themselves with some gangbanging. They out here chasing clout too. They out here chasing the cameras too. They out here chasing fame too. They want to be known too. They want to name drop too. And that is unfortunate. Again, when I all back it up, when I back out, when I zoom out, what would be the reason why a gangster crip wants to be aligned with having some secrets or some tea about P. Diddy? Because it's the thing right now. It's the trend right now. Everybody has a story about P. Diddy. Why would a felon who is now out of prison, he's done his time, he served his time to the justice system in the community, why would he be celebrating the very fact that most of his kids have gotten locked up? Because of the low expectation, and the low expectation comes from years and decades of frustration and not being able to change your situation. To me, that's an informal way of giving up, giving in, to now speak from a bottom feeder's mindset and act like the bottom feeder disciplines and the bottom feeder behavior is a top brass. It's top value. Literally. That's like walking up my steps, and when I take the first step, I say I'm at the top, because your expectations are so low and you're so fucking angry. You're angry that you couldn't cut the mustard, what they would say back in Cape Cod when we was at the Cape Cod Baseball League, the tournament, whatever it is. You can't cut the mustard. What happens is you'll lower the goal. You'll lower the intention. You'll lower the promise. You'll lower the expectations. You can make yourself feel better, so you can egotistically get up and look in the mirror and feel good about yourself. You know how people will say, oh, I'm posting all of this shit on YouTube, but I'm not trying to go viral, or I'm not trying to become a face, or I'm not trying to become a person who can monetize whatever I'm offering on YouTube. I ain't lying to you. Goddamn. When I had 32 subscribers and I started this little YouTube dynamic, I told my wife, I'm finna run it up on YouTube. Why? Because most of these dudes are liars. Most of these women are emotionally dissolved to the point where they will hop, skip, and jump to each truth and each trend based on how it is today and how it is tomorrow. You know what I mean? For example, a bunch of people jumped on one of Cardi B's latest tweet where she started talking about how her greatest times was when Takeoff was alive, and how when Takeoff was alive, they would have these late night sessions and late night talks, and they would enjoy each other's company. Whoop de whoop de whoop, yop de yop de yop. Somebody created an AI driven text or AI driven tweet and posted it, and 3 million women got behind it, and gay people obviously got behind it and liked it. All for Cardi B to come out and say, I would never say something like that to Offset. Now, she said some wild shit on her live, but look how many people jumped behind something that was fake, because that's what you guys do. You jump on trends because you're really angry. You can't start a trend. You are not a trend. You don't understand what starts the trend. You don't even understand how to go viral, let alone what virality actually is. But a lot of you are out here on the internet, the wild, wild west of the internet, spewing bullshit and being goofy, all so that you can hide what's really going on. You're really angry. You really feel left out. This is why you're trying so hard to keep yourself in the trend, in the game. The fear of missing out. You're like a bad retail investor. The stock is already up 75%. Now you want to buy in instead of buying in 3 days ago when it was down 4%. I don't understand it. Both of these gentlemen, certain things men are not going to discuss. Certain things men are not going to talk about at the end of the day. But all of you out here, why Jay-Z ain't speaking up? Why so-and-so ain't speaking up? Why so-and-so ain't speaking up? Because they were involved. Why the fuck would they speak up? But my question is, why are all you regular ass people speaking up and trying to put yourself in these situations? Now all of these people know Diddy. Now Diddy was having sex with Carl Winslow. And Diddy was having sex with Zendaya. And Diddy was having sex. Like, you guys are incredulously hopeless at this point. You have nothing to create. So all you do is react and integrate yourself into drama and bullshit. Stand up. Stop being such a punk to your fucking anger and your frustrations. Be a leader. You guys thrive off of negativity, and the shit is crazy to see. You thrive off of it. You warrant it. You want the smoke of all of these people in your comments giving you ad hominem attacks and aggressively disrespecting you. Why? Because it makes you feel important. So it's not even about reaching our goals anymore. It's not even about doing things the right way. You'll take the pseudo outcome. $40,000 plus benefits, a good marriage, a great place to live, but you got to work at McDonald's. Or $40,000 being promised to you by somebody that doesn't even have a net worth of $1 million or $40,000. But they said, if you handle this, you'll be forever remembered. You'll be this, that, and the third. Well, Justin Johnson found that out with Young Dolph, right? You can go to McDonald's and be a manager for $40,000 with benefits. Find you a good woman that's supportive. She also makes $40,000 to $60,000, and y'all can live a nice $100,000 a year life, right? You'll rather take the promissory note. You'll rather take the assumptive route. We got money on somebody's head. The first black men to kill this black man, you get the $40K. And at best, guys got $800. $800. Stay out the fucking way. Stop being such a goof because you're really angry. Stop being such an asshole because you're really uneducated. Stop trying to say the thing that triggers the most negativity because in your head, oh, any publicity is good publicity. As fast as you get it, you're going to lose it. Whether you going viral, whether you become a trend today or tomorrow, as fast as you get it, you will lose it. As fast as you get it, you will lose it. You guys are insane when it comes to the wild, wild west of the internet. Why do you want to be the so bad? Whatever the is for you. But I don't even understand these guys. You go up on these podcasts, you tell on yourselves, you tell about all your crimes, you try to act like you truly understand what the statute of limitations are. Then we find out later, for the very thing you said on the podcast or the very thing you said on a song, your ass is getting indicted for. You guys are not as educated as you think, so I need you to stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking on these podcasts. Because you're bleeding on other brothers and sisters. And most importantly, you're bleeding on younger brothers. Where guys who spit the truth and may be pariahs because of the truth, they can't get through because you guys, you're covering their ears with all the earwax and bullshit. I forgive you though. And I'm not angry at you. I just understand you guys don't truly understand what you're doing. A lot of you guys never had media training. A lot of you guys never went to your public speaking class, whether in high school or your drama class in high school or in college. You guys don't know etiquette. You don't know decorum. I understand that. But at the end of the day, you are not a representative of me or the brothers that stand beside me or align with me. Okay? Just want you to know that. It's me. It's you. It's us.